Status metrics is a custom tracking feature to track any field changes and its timestamp so that we can calculate the age of the status, how long it's been in the status value, and during this particular status value we can also track how many inbound emails and how many outbound emails came in uh, or we sent. So for example, when you create a new service account record, so if there are any pick list fields which are used as a status of that record, so we can track this value that we are changing for this field um, to calculate the age of that status value for any reporting purposes. So we can select all the required field values. So right now the tracking has been enabled for these two fields, so we can add this feature for any pick list fields that needs to be tracked. So when I save this record, you can observe that there is two records being created in the status metrics related list. So these two records are tracking the fields that are enabled for this object, the health status and the service account status. So every time when the status is being changed, it will track the start date and end date of the particular status value, and during the status current status, if there are any emails sent using cases, those will be tracked in the inbound and outbound emails. So if there is, for example, if there is a case associated with this account, and if there is an email goes out for this service account, so you can now check the service account record in the status metrics, where you can see that during this status values, one outbound email was sent, and it's been added in all the tracking fields values. So each service metrics is also having a child record called status history. So if the same status has been changed multiple times, it will record the history in the object with the corresponding order, so that we can identify like when the particular status was changed in the history of the total record. So when you update the status value, You can see the field status has been added, and the old value is having a end date now, and you can see the age of the status value is 3 minutes. And this information can be used for any reporting using the report types for status metrics object. Right now the status metrics has been enabled for case object, deal, service account and service account feature. So we can add a email to check how many inbound and outbound emails has been sent for each status value for all the cases. Similarly for all the objects enabled. So in order to show you an example, in prod, for Now API, we have created multiple reports on status metrics, and we also have created a dashboard where you can see that for each case category how many inbound and outbound emails came, and similarly for each status value how many inbound and outbound emails has been happened. So we can do all these reportings based on the field value changes in the corresponding object.